Welcome back to Guru Beauty. Today I am reviewing the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Stick Foundation. This one came out in Australia fairly recently and it's been very popular on YouTube videos. So today I'm going to show you how it goes onto my pigmented, porish, dehydrated yet combination oily skin. I'll show you how it applies, I'll show you how it lasts throughout the day, and I'll give you my final thoughts and recommendations at the end. So first of all, this is a foundation that earns 4 out of 5 stars from over 1,000 reviews on Sephora.com, 3.8 out of 5 on Makeup Alley, which is fairly average reviews. This is a foundation stick that, as I said, has been reviewed very favorably. So we're going to put it to the test today. First of all, I will say that you can get this in Sephora in America. I bought mine from PM Studio online. I'll include links all down below. I think I paid 65 Australian dollars for this, and I think it goes for about 43 US dollars on Sephora. It comes in quite a few different shades, so 15 shades that I could see on PM Studio. And one thing to note is that if you have used Makeup Forever foundation products before, you're not necessarily guaranteed to be using the same shade of the stick foundation. So I would certainly recommend that you go and swatch, go and test this product before you commit, or certainly do look at some online swatching comparisons as well. So I did go by online swatching comparisons and I matched my NC25 skin perfectly to the 118 equals Y325. This is a product that is actually made in Japan, and the packaging looks like this. We've got 12.5 grams of product, which is considerably less than the normal 30 mils or 30 grams of product that you get in a standard liquid foundation. So bear that in mind. I do always wonder about the economy of a stick foundation. I just have this opinion that they're not quite as good in value in terms of liquid foundations because, you know, you just have less product essentially. A little plastic tube. We have a plastic lid that actually snaps on quite well, so that's not going to come flying off in your handbag or in your makeup bag. And this is a twist up foundation. I have actually been using this for, gosh, on and off probably a month or two, but you can see I've only got, what's that, just over a centimetre left of product. So if value is your thing, I would say this is not the product for you. It is very lightweight though, and I'd also make the note that with 15 different shades available, you can use this as a foundation. You could also get lighter shades, darker shades to do the very popular contouring with a cream that everyone is loving right now. Paula's Choice Beautypedia gives this an absolute thumbs up, which is really interesting. They can often be very picky, and I will let you know if it gets a thumbs up from me or not. But let's go into what Makeup Forever claims about this product. Okay, so what they say is that this foundation was created for the very latest high definition technologies of the film, TV, industry. Ultra HD advanced formulas look invisible on 4K camera and to the naked eye. Perfect for the makeup pros and for you, the consumer. Ultra HD stick foundation feels like a second skin and still provides medium to full coverage while looking flawless and natural. Exclusive 4K complex guarantees invisible, natural and comfortable makeup. The creamy texture blends in seamlessly to conceal imperfections. Perfect for touch-ups. The formula glides on and makes the skin look even toned and moisturized with a soft satin finish. Great for all skin types, even dry skin. And they basically say that you could use a sponge with this product or a brush in little small circles to sort of buff it out from the center of the face. Let's go into the ingredients, starting with ethyl hexyl palmitate, followed by dipentaryl I can't even say this word. Dipentaerythritol, hexahydroxystearate, hexastearate, hexarosinate, synthetic fluorphlogopite, synthetic wax. So this does have a bit of waxiness to it. Polycleverol too. The ingredients list has a bunch of products that honestly, quite honestly, I simply cannot pronounce. Up there in the top 3 or 4 ingredients is synthetic wax. So this does have a waxy feel to it. So if you're used to sort of cream foundations that you've used in the past with sort of that waxy finish, that's what makes this have a slightly sort of waxy finish and a bit of a dewy finish. Other notable things in here, it does contain dimethicones, certainly silicones, also carnauba wax, let's see, does have a little bit of parfum about halfway through the ingredients list, followed by water, benzyl alcohol down towards the bottom, citric acid, and colors. So really, I guess from my knowledge, not a whole lot to note there other than the fact that it does have silicones and it is fairly wax based. So do beware of that. They do claim that it's a long-lasting multitasking cover stick with invisible coverage for touch-ups and contouring. And I would say that that is also something noteworthy about this product, is that the lightness, the packaging does make it really ideal to not only apply at the start of the day, but to pop it in your handbag and to be able to touch up really easily. So that's really nice about the packaging. While it does have a parfum or fragrance listed about halfway through the ingredients, there really is no detectable scent to this product. I don't think this will disturb anyone who does not like fragrances in their makeup products. So I'll now go into application. I'm applying the foundation today over the Makeup Forever UV Prime Daily Protective Makeup Primer. This is an SPF 50 PA+++ product. Very, very nice primer. I do certainly recommend it. You can see I'm applying the cover stick in one line down my nose, up onto my forehead, and sort of two thick lines on my cheeks. I'm using a damp beauty blender to blend this foundation, and I find that gives just the most beautiful, quick, easy application. It is already damp, but then I am going to spray it down a little bit with the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus spray as well. That's just got some lovely vitamins and emollients that's just going to help not only blend that foundation in even easier, but it's just going to help give that nice dewy glow to the foundation that you can see as I'm applying it. The one thing I will say for this foundation with a damp beauty blender, application is so speedy. Blend from the center of the face outwards, whether you're using a sponge or a brush, but it's just so fast, easy, flawless. This is a fantastic, perfect color match for me. So barely anything left on the sponge by the time I sort of get around to the hairline or around to the neck, but I really don't need to spend much time blending there at all. This just fades into the skin, it just blends into the skin. It doesn't look like it's sitting on top of the skin, and yet it's giving a really great coverage. It's giving a nice smoothing effect, and overall my skin does look dewy. Now, I would say this is a really nice versatile foundation where you can definitely sheer it out to a light coverage. I would say that the way that I'm applying it today, you're going to get a decent medium coverage, and I still do have a few little spots that I do want to cover up a little bit more, some residual pigmentation areas. And so what I do is I just get that damp beauty blender, I just rub it onto the actual stick, just a few little dabs is plenty, and I just pat it over those areas that need a little bit of extra coverage. It blends in seamlessly, easier, faster than any concealer would, and it just does, yeah, a beautiful job. So I would say I am definitely able to get this up to a full coverage foundation. It's just beautiful and a really nice dewy finish. On my combination oily skin, I do always set it with a powder. So whilst I have a dewy finish on my skin, I definitely will be setting it with a powder. Today I am using the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder, only around the T-zone area with the same damp beauty blender that I used for the foundation. And I just find that that helps to set the foundation just for a little bit more longer wear, and it also does help to prevent that full-on shine coming through that T-zone area. For me, it's particularly all around my nose. It just helps to prolong that a little bit. Okay, 8 hours have passed now since applying the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Stick Foundation, and I have not touched up at all. Now, normally on a normal day, I would have touched up by now about halfway through the day, but it's actually faring pretty well today. So I don't have a particularly hugely shiny nose. It has been quite a cool day, and the powder and the UV Prime SPF 50 primer today seem to have made quite a nice difference. I would say the one thing about this foundation that you do sort of notice throughout the day, if you're talking on your phone, you do notice a bit of transfer of this foundation. It's not something, you know, it's a cream foundation, I guess. It's a wax-based foundation, so it's something that does transfer if you're rubbing your face on things throughout the day. I do find that I do have, in particular areas like around my nose and around my chin, the foundation appears to have worn off a little bit, so it's something that certainly would warrant a little bit of a touch up, but this is something that can come in the handbag with you for, you know, quick handy touch up. So not so much of a problem there. My skin still looks lovely. It looks hydrated. It looks radiant. I've still got the coverage that I'm after from the foundation. And based on the 8-hour test overall, I am definitely pleased with the way that this foundation has looked throughout the day and even at the 8-hour mark. Bottom line, you know, does this foundation do what Makeup Forever says it does? Yeah, I think it does. I think it does actually look really natural on the skin. It's really easy to apply. I find that it's very smoothing and it just looks great whether you're talking about photography or in real life. I'm definitely a big fan. Whilst it's not something that's going to set hard and, you know, last like concrete throughout the day, I really think that this is one of those foundations that fits into the sort of modern day foundation preferences that we have now as consumers. So this is something that has really adjustable coverage, so it's going to be great whether you want to use it for a natural finish as an everyday foundation. With lighter coverage, you can build it up for nighttime use. I love the fact that you've got 15 shades to choose from, that you can use it as a contour or not. Whilst I do find that the dewy finish is beautiful, I do certainly need to give my shiny nose some attention a few hours into the day, but I think that the finish of this foundation, how natural it looks and also how versatile it is, makes it absolutely worth it. While it's not the best value foundation product out there, I do really like it. I think it's just versatile. It's great for travel. It's great for touch-ups. It's great for the handbag. I find that it's very smoothing. It gives me great coverage and the hydration that I'm after. I have read some reviews from those with very dry skin that they have not enjoyed this foundation, but I do think it's going to suit a wide range of skin types, from moderately dry definitely through normal and combination. And I think if you have very oily skin, this is probably not going to be your very favorite product, but you could certainly incorporate it with a mattifying primer. You could use a mattifying powder over the top, and you know, certainly do pay a little bit of attention to touch-ups. But for me, this is actually a beautiful everyday foundation. It definitely gets the 2 Guru thumbs up from me. Please do let me know if you have tried this foundation. I would love to hear from you. Certainly let us know all about it in the comments. And that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a gorgeous day, and please don't forget, you are absolutely beautiful. And you know what, it's all very nice to wear lovely foundations so that our skin looks gorgeous and we look radiant and healthy, but you know what, so much more important than looking beautiful is actually being it. I will see you again really, really soon. Mwah! Thank you so much for watching. Bye.